Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. I thought I would take some time to talk about all things planners. We're about halfway through the year and changes have happened. Not many since the last time I talked to you guys. However, thought process changes have happened, and the way I'm using the planners that I currently have has happened. And I'm also thinking about introducing something new in July. I just thought I would share with you kind of everything, where I'm at in my head, my mind space about it, and also a peek into the actual planners I have been using. And also, let's talk about the one that might be entering the lineup in July. If any of that is of interest to you, I hope that you stick around. But before we get started, I wanted to thank today's sponsor. So Louise has graciously sponsored today's video. They are a wonderful jewelry company. They make fantastic minimal pieces that really work to elevate your wardrobe. They also have creative and fun pieces, but they do them in a way that it never feels like it's too much. I just love them. I just wanted to say the quality of them is fantastic. They are extremely long lasting and tarnish free, which is something that I look for in all of my jewelry that I purchase. They're also humidity and strength tested as well, which is nice to know, especially when you're buying more daintier pieces of jewelry. You want to make sure that they're going to be able to be resilient to your day-to-day life. On top of that, all of their products are also backed by a 2-year warranty, which is another really nice selling point, peace of mind. If you're going to buy a piece of jewelry that you think you're going to wear on a daily or really regular basis, you want to know that not only is it going to be able to stand up to that, but if you do have an issue, there's a way, there's recourse on how to deal with that problem. They also extensively test all of their products against tarnishes, allergies, damages, and breakage, which is really nice to know that they're doing that testing before the products get sent out to the customers. However, if you're not totally satisfied, you can get a replacement or a reimbursement with no questions asked, which is just great. Their designs are pretty affordable, all of them starting at just $39 USD. They also offer free shipping within the US and really affordable shipping worldwide, which as a Canadian customer myself, I very much appreciate when companies take into consideration shipping prices around the world. And last but not least, Louise is crafted with the planet in mind, which is lovely. I love supporting brands that are eco-conscious or do something in some way to benefit the world that we all live in. Specifically, Louise is carbon neutral and climate neutral certified, and they also offset 100% of their carbon emissions, which is lovely. I'm going to quickly show you some of the pieces that I'm currently wearing, but if you're interested in shopping with them, you can use code PLANSWITHJ20. I'm also going to use a link, I'm going to put a link in the description box down below, which you can click through to shop. Before we hop into the rest of the video, I quickly wanted to share with you some of the pieces from Louise that I'm currently wearing. First off is the Ina necklace. It's I-N-A. I'm not sure if it's Ina or Ina. However, I absolutely love it. It's become my favorite necklace to wear, truly, because it sits so nicely on the chest and it's also flat. So you can see it. It adds something to the outfit, but it doesn't shift. It doesn't move around on my neck all day long. There's no pendant that gets caught on my t-shirts. It sits so wonderfully. The tone of the gold is also perfect, chef's kiss. And then I quickly wanted to show you the earrings. So these are the Bonnie earrings, and I love them. I've had them in my second hole. Last night I slept with them. I forgot to take them out, and it was absolutely fine. My ears were not irritated when I woke up, and I've had them in all day as well. I love them. It's such a simple, classic design, but the slight curve to them makes them look a little bit more modern and a little bit different, but they still look so classy. I love them so much. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention was this necklace that I got from them, which is called the Vita necklace, and this is on a fine chain, and it's got a little V on it. So it sits like that on your neck. I love it. It's so dainty and nice. Lastly, before I turn you over and do tabletop view, I want to mention that this is probably going to be a long video, and you might want to grab a snack and maybe a drink and buckle up because it's going to be a long one. I think I'm also going to put timestamps down below to if there's a certain point in the video that you actually want, there's a certain point in the video you're specifically interested in, feel free to use the timestamps down below to like skip to that portion. Okay, so these are the current planners and journals that I've been using, or planner and journal that I've been using. I have my dog in the room with me, so if you do hear any like snoring or anything like that, it is her. Don't be alarmed, or like a little bark. But anyway, this is like been my current planner system. So I've been using a Hobonichi Weeks as my main planner, which is actually in a standard TN cover. This is a Superior Labor Baumkuchen Life Wallet, I'm pretty sure, in the mocha color. And then in here is like my actual Hobonichi Weeks planner. This is just a little notebook that I've been using to long form journal like thoughts and feelings. So I've just kept it in the front because it's been something that I've been enjoying having on the go. But this has been my actual planner. It's just a regular sized Hobonichi Weeks. And yeah, this is like the cover it's been in. This is just the classic camel, I think, traveler's notebook. I've had this one for years, I think since 2018. I feel like it was like my first semester of university that I tried the traveler's notebook system for the first time, and it just like didn't work. But I've had this one for a while. It's got like tons of scratches and stuff on it, even though I rarely used it. It's nice and well worn. This planner has been working pretty good for me. I'm not new to the Hobonichi Weeks system at all by any means. I've been using a Weeks for years. This year, though, I didn't start off the year with a Hobonichi Weeks, and I feel like that's kind of put me all out of sorts a little bit. I've been using it, and it's been working. However, I do feel like I need a little bit more room. And I say that simply because currently I'm working so much, but I feel like a lot of those like fundamental systems are not in place in my life, and like routines and habits, which means that I want to track a lot of things, but I don't feel as though I have the means to do so in the Hobonichi Weeks right now. And I don't know, there's just something about it that I'm not getting along with it in the most optimal way, and it's making me want to try something new for next year. But I still love the Hobonichi Weeks. Like, this is a planner that I've returned to many of times. I've easily spent the most amount of time over the past 4 years, consistently, time after time, in a Hobonichi Weeks. I return to it all the time. I have one every single year, and I get a lot of joy out of this little book. So I'm just doing a quick little flip just to show you how the year has been going so far, because we're right at that like mid-year. This was the first week of March. I've kept my Hobonichi Weeks a lot more simple this year, in terms of like, I've had 1 or 2 main stickers, a lot of pen on the page, and a couple of little deco stickers. Last year I was doing a lot more decorative stickers all over the page, definitely more so than I'm doing this year. So yeah. I've been using a mix of Sterling ink stickers, Coffee Monsters Co. washi I've done quite a few weeks, and I loved this Sterling ink week. Mind Wave stickers. So that's really been what I've been doing, and it's been so easy to plan. I just choose one sticker I really like, slap it down at the bottom of the page, and then I might choose another sticker, or I just start planning. This was the week where I tried using ballpoint. I actually used I think it's Pilot RSVP. I think it's Pilot that makes it. which is like my favorite ballpoint pen ever. It's like the pen I use at work, and I used it in my Hobonichi weeks and I actually really liked it. Did 2 weeks of that, and then recently I've been using my bronze Kaweco Sport in the extra fine nib with the Diatramentis ink, the archive ink, and I've been really liking it. I love that pen. I'm really not getting along with my vanishing point right now from Pilot, and that's just because I feel like in order for it to write the way I want it to look, my environment needs to be perfect. Like, I need to be sitting at a desk and have the right angle and use the right amount of pressure, and just like so many of these other variables have to be perfect in order for the Pilot vanishing point to write the way I want it to write. And that's not the case with this. That's not the case with my RSVP. That's not the case with majority of my other pens. And for my main planner, I just need something I can open the book and write in and not have to think about all of those other conditions that have to be perfect. So I've been using this pen right now and loving it. If it gets to a point where I don't feel like using it anymore, I will honestly probably go back to the RSVP because I do like the way that it looks. Oh, it's this week and this week. So yeah, this is a week that I used Mind Wave stickers, by the way. This was a little bit more of a decorative week. And then this is this week. It's currently Saturday. So yeah, that's what my Hobonichi weeks is looking like. I was using, I don't even know. I tried to set up like monthly trackers and stuff in the back pages. I don't even know why, because I don't use them. And I haven't used any of the notes pages at all. I've just been using the weeklies, and in the past I've used the note pages for dailies, and I've just come to the conclusion I don't want a daily. I don't want to have to set up a page every day and be flipping back and forth. And that's why I feel like a little bit more room would probably be helpful for me, so that I can have my weekly just kind of encompass all the information so that I don't have to set up a daily. I've just been wanting a little bit more space on the actual days. So, but anyway, this is my Hobonichi weeks. I will probably continue to update it. I feel like at some point I'll probably return to it, but for right now, at least starting July, I do have another planner that I'm going to be trying out and I'm excited about, and I'm going to share with you that in a minute. But this is what I've been using since, I think, February. I started off the year with the Sweet Freckle Designs weekly diary, which is like an undated planner that's the same layout and version. That's the same layout as the Hobonichi weeks, but it's got more notes pages, white paper, and just a little bit more of a simplistic setup to it. But I quickly hop back into a Hobonichi weeks. But in terms of like the layout, I've been using this layout since sometime last year. And I just feel like I'm craving something a little bit different. But this is my current planner, and it will be my planner until the end of June and until my new one starts in July, which I'm going to share that with you in a second. But first, let's talk about the journal that I've been using. Or memory keeper, I should say. I mean, I do write about like thoughts and feelings in here, but it's more so like trying to capture memories, whereas the little notebook that I keep in here is more so like working through negative emotions, I'll say. Whereas in here, that's not really where I put that information, nor where I want that information, because I can see myself, once that notebook is full, literally maybe just tossing it, whereas these are like things I want to remember and keep. So this is a Baumkuchen Superior Labor A5 cover in the seashell color, and I absolutely love it. And then the planner that's in here is the A5 Taken Out. At the front here, this is just a little sterling ink sticker, and I didn't start using this planner until the first week of May. That's when I really started using this. I had bought this planner for 2023, but I bought it not knowing how I was going to use it. And then finally in May, I was like, okay, let's just try it. I only use the weeklies in this planner. I don't use the monthlies. I don't use any of like the beginning tracking sheets. I simply just use the weeklies. I really like this layout. Visually, I love how it looks. You get, let me show you actually a blank week so that you guys can see. So this is what it looks like. You got weekly overview boxes over here, and then each day gets like a full vertical box that's about half the page. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the other 4 days of the week here. You've got a timeline. It's small enough though where you can definitely ignore it. You've got this slightly darker box here, which denotes the hours between 12 and 1, like your typical lunch hour, midday. You've got a slightly darker line that goes down the middle in case you want to divide the box in half. Yeah, there's just a lot of things about this planner that is really interesting to me. I love how simple it is. Like, there's no extra fuss. There's no words. There's no quotes. Like, it's just such a simple layout. So there's so many things that attracted me to it, but I never conceptually figured out how I would use it as like a functional planner. So I started using it for journaling. And can I just say I've been freaking loving it. It's so nice. So I've gone through and like censored some bits with some sticky notes, but I thought I would flip through it. I never really share my journals or like memory keepers, so this is definitely new for me. But I went through and kind of censored everything that either had sensitive information or that I just didn't want to share. And I do feel comfortable sharing it with you guys. I am switching between a Muji 0.5 gel pen or a Uniball Signo RT1 gel pen in 0.38 nib. So those are the pens that I've been using. And then this is the Tombow Fudosanoke hard tip, like little brush pen. And I think I've been most of it is sterling ink in terms of like the decorative stickers, but I'm just gonna flip through and show you guys how it's been going. And yeah, I just love it so much. I was so exhausted. I misspelled exhausted. But yeah, it's just really works. It's enough room where I feel like I can really explain and get things down on a page. But also, if I don't have a lot to talk about in a day, like, it's really easy to just like put this and it still looks nice. It doesn't look like too much extra white space. So it's been really working well for me. I've been doing it since May, and yeah, I love it. This was using Opal and Fern stickers this week here. Like, I pulled out date covers. I don't even remember the last time I used date covers. And it just looks really nice. I've been printing off pictures from my Canon Ivy printer and popping them in there. I went to see The Little Mermaid with Lauren from Theory of Lauren. That was so much fun. And then this is the current week. It is currently Saturday, and I'm actually about to sit down and have a journal session just after I finish filming this video. But you can see how I tend to do like 2 to 3 days at one time. I'll like sit down in the evening and kind of catch up and reflect and write down memories and journal. And that seems to be working for me. Ideally, I'd be doing it every day, but this is also working just fine. So that's my journal, and I've been really enjoying it, and I'm really planning on like finishing out the year in this book, and potentially even like going through to next year. Like, it's really, really been working for me. Previously, I was using my Kinbor for this purpose, for memory and keeping, which I really like the Kinbor, but the Kinbor, it just looks like a planner. Whereas in here, I'm able to write down the things that I do, but also like just like long form write about them. Whereas in here, I was just kind of documenting, but not including my thoughts and feelings about it. And I love how this looks, but I think I get more value in terms of when I look back on it. I get more value from something like this as opposed to the pretty pages of this. Ideally, if I had more time, I would be doing both, but I've been using this and I haven't been using this since the last time I talked to you guys about it. And that's fine because this is bringing me true joy. But yeah. So in terms of what I'm thinking about doing for July, guys, I bought a Sterling Ink Common Planner. This is the B6 Common Planner, and it's the half year, and it's only for part 2 of the year. So it runs from July to December of 2023, so it hasn't started yet. But I think this is going to be my new planner, which, by the way, I do have a code with Sterling Ink. It's J20 for 20% off of your order, and I'll put that on the screen, and I'll leave a link down below for you guys if you'd like to shop. I mean, she does the most beautiful stickers. I use them all the time. All of these are like Sterling Ink. Anything that's like floral, even these, the frames, I'm constantly using her stuff. And she does a subscription kit that makes planning really easy. But I think this is going to be my new planner. So I'll just quickly flip through it. I mean, it's mid-year. This planner came out right towards the end of last year. There's tons of reviews on YouTube, so I'll quickly just gloss over what the planner looks like and then tell you how I plan on using it and why I'm choosing it over the Hobonichi Weeks at this point in my life. So you get a quick yearly overview. You get a blank page here at the front to do whatever you wish. You get some goal breakdown pages right here. All of the quarters are separated. So in the Hobonichi Cousin, you get this kind of vertical tracker style spread, but it's got the entire years all together, whereas the Sterling Ink Common Planner has separated everything by quarters. So on this side of the page, you have a priority section, and then you have a section for each month, which you can do what you wish, and then you have the corresponding tracker here, and then you also have the Q4 on the next page, which I like this because it allows you to look at like your goals, priorities, desires, monthly big to-do lists, and whatever you're tracking kind of all in one, instead of flipping back and forth from the various sections that other planners may choose to lay them out in, if that makes sense. Also, the edges are gold, which I wasn't sure about when it was first announced in December that this is what she was doing. I think it was just, it must have been in like the fall. I wasn't sure about it anyway when I first heard about it, but now that I've been seeing people actually like using it, I love the way the edges look once the planner's been like fluffed up and used. It looks beautiful. So this is the monthly layout. So it starts in July, but it gives you the month before in case you want to like put stuff in, and I took that opportunity to kind of play around with it for the first time, and oh, I love it. This is such a nice, clean monthly layout that really gives you room to add whatever you want to it. Of course, I used some Sterling Ink florals and stuff, and then I just kind of started plopping in all of my plans, and I think it looks so nice. I really like it. And then this is what a blank monthly looks like here. So, and then I also used my Bronze Kaveco in Extra Fine with the Diatramentus Archive ink in black for the writing in this planner as well. And then for my things that I'm not sure are going to be happening, I just use some clear transparent sticky notes to mark in like to be determined plans. And then that's all that I've written in this planner. This is what your average week looks like, which it's a vertical. And I haven't ever used a vertical planner functionally. Ever isn't the right word. I've tried and it's never really worked ever. Like to the point where like it really only has ever lasted me a couple of days. So, but I have plans here. And those plans include splitting up this box, right? So I'm planning on putting any timed appointment or event like up here, and then literally breaking up the box and having a to-do list down here, or probably to like about here, and then having tracking, like things that I want to track, including my food down here. As I was saying, I just feel like I need more space, but not have it be like too much space where I feel overwhelmed. And I think that this might work for me. Of course, I'm saying think it might work because I'm not sure, and that's why I'm excited to try it in July. But the idea of having more space sounds really lovely for like what I've been wanting to do and how I've been wanting to plan. So I'm excited about it. This is also Tomoe River paper as well, which is the paper that I really love using. It's what the Hobonichi Weeks uses, and it's white, which is nice. The Hobonichi Weeks uses like a yellowy cream paper. And then you just get notes pages in the back, but I love that they're numbered. And I just like having these. I know that I haven't been doing a ton of dailies in my Hobonichi Weeks, and I don't know what I'm going to put back here, and I might literally just use it like a notebook. We'll see how it goes, but I like having them back here. The planner is like pretty thin for what it is. In the half year, you're getting... Oh, this is the other thing I did. I did a pen testing page, and I spelled Tombow wrong, but whatever. So you're getting 187 notes pages back here. I love that they're numbered. Yeah, that's essentially where I'm at with planning right now. I have been happily memory keeping in my A5 take note. I've been planning all year in my Hobonichi Weeks, and I am looking forward to trying something new in July for planning. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I am really happy that I got to share with you guys a peek into my planners. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope that you had a wonderful time. Before you head out, I just wanted to remind you that you can use the link down below to purchase any of the beautiful jewelry offered by Ana Luisa. You can also use code PLANSWITHJ20 for that purchase, and I hope that you guys have a lovely afternoon, evening, day, wherever you are, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. And I want to thank Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. It's always appreciated.